football shirts can make me so happy. It is a bit weird.
Do you remember the World in Motion? Or you might be a bit too... World in
Oh,
Motion?
cool. That's our favourite song. Where am I going? 20. It's got to be, innit? Oh! Just got to Manchester, £6. Gonna go have a look around, then find the Manchester Footy Museum. St. Peter's Square, got a few trams going past Manchester, obviously famous for its trams. And then the famous City Library closed today, but look how quiet the square is. And look how nice that building is. No Manchester football vlog would be complete without visiting the classic footy shirt shop. Been wanting to come here for ages. I'm finally here. Wow, look at this, the old Soviet Union shirt. Who does that remind you of? Yaboa, Ajax, PSV. Who remembers this, the old reversible? Such a cool story this. The shop started with 2 university students, and this little wall takes you through the history of the shop up to where they are today, 2019-20, with this amazing store. And there's one in London as well, I think. Great place, you have to come here. Off to see a couple more sites. I might be coming back for a Napoli away shirt later on, we will see.
We're over 3 floors, and then we've got the ground floor
Yeah.
as well, which on the ground floor we've got Premier League trophy, we've got the Jules Rimet trophy,
Yeah.
66,
Yeah.
the ball, the shirt, Maradona's Hand of God shirt, and then on 3 we've got a great exhibition all about football shirts. We've got, so do you remember the World in Motion? Or you might be a bit too... World in
Oh,
Motion?
cool, that's our favourite song. Masks on. So yeah, measures in place, got to keep your masks on. 2 meters apart. And by the Premier League trophy, this is the main part of the museum where you can see up on all the levels. I think 3 or 4 floors. So, the Italians invented pizza, the Germans have got their beers. England invented football, and it's in the blood. So, in 1863, the laws of the game were written. Neither tripping nor hacking shall be allowed, and no player shall use his hands to hold or push his adversary. It's interesting, it actually says here, VAR will never overrule goal line technology. The match ball from the first ever World Cup final. Vuvuzela. Bobby Charlton. With Man United, the Busby Babes. Has to be remembered here, the Munich air disaster. Obviously an awful tragedy to happen. England on the world stage. There she is. In the flesh, still gleaming. Match ball from the final, winner's medal, Jeff Hurst shirt, and obviously the trophy. Jeff Hurst, of course, the first player to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. An amazing piece of history. So in here is all about the history of the World Cup. You see here the 1930 World Cup, which was held in Uruguay and won by Uruguay. Jules Rimet of FIFA, the FIFA president, obviously the Jules Rimet trophy, still gleaming, is named after the former president of FIFA. As the Olympics were for amateurs, he suggested a global competition for professional footballers. He believed that football could unite the world with its universal appeal. The World Cup trophy was renamed after him in 1946, the Jules Rimet Trophy, and Thanks to him, that was the beginning of the World Cup. The first recognised World Cup was obviously 1930 Uruguay. Held in Uruguay with 13 teams. England were not amongst them. While they were asked to take part, the FA declined. The host Uruguay beat Argentina 4-2 in the final to claim the first title. 1934, the World Cup took place in Italy. 32 nations entered. Holders Uruguay declined to take part. Italy's fascist government were keen to use the occasion for political gain, with dictator Benito Mussolini allegedly telling his players to win or die. A victory on home turf would reflect the greatness of Italy and Mussolini himself. Luckily, the Italian players did beat Czechoslovakia 2-1 in the final. The World Cup took place in 1938. Italy retained their title against a wave of anti-fascist protests as the threat of war across Europe grew. Spain withdrew due to civil war. Austria had qualified, but after it was annexed by Germany, its players became part of the German team. The outbreak of the Second World War meant that no tournaments were held in the 40s. And then 50s, after the World War, England made their World Cup debut in Brazil. They defeated Chile in their first match, but were knocked out after a shock loss to the USA. The winner was decided by a final group stage, and Brazil were firm favourites. 170,000 people at the Maracanã were silenced when Uruguay beat them 2-1 in the deciding match to lift the trophy for a second time. Pele's first ever World Cup shirt worn against the Soviet Union. We make our way around more World Cup exhibits here as we move from the 50s now into kind of 60s, 70s, and then 80s, 90s. 2002 World Cup, 7 years old. Heartbroken when the ponytail of David Seaman got chipped by Ronaldinho. Saluting Hitler, look at this. In May 1938, England played Germany in Berlin. During a tour of Europe, tension was mounting between the two countries, but many felt that war could be avoided by appeasing Hitler. The British ambassador, supported by the FA, asked the England team to give a Nazi salute before the match. And that's what you can see there, is the England squad saluting Adolf Hitler. Another disaster, the Bradford fire, not to be forgotten. Let's see if we recognise any of these trophies. There it is, League Cup, the Littlewoods Cup, the Milk Cup, East Lancashire Cup. Look how prestigious some of these look. Football League trophy. So obviously we've seen the Jules Rimet trophy, which is the 1966 England World Cup winning trophy. We've seen Pele's shirts. We've seen FA Cup trophies, League Cup trophies, but the one thing that we really wanted to see when we came, Robbie Savage's hair. Some amazing stories in here. In 1921, the FA banned women's teams from its grounds, claiming the game of football is quite unsuitable for females and should not be encouraged. The ban was only lifted in 1971. Arthur Wharton, the first black professional player in English football. Born in Ghana, the son of a missionary and an African princess, broke records for sprinting, but chose football. Legend of the game. Paved the way for the likes of John Barnes, but they still obviously had to fight discrimination, which is still happening now. Statue of Lily Parr, a pioneer for the women's game. Into the next section we go, the greats, this way. Brett Ormerod. I reckon he's scored in all 4 tiers of English football for Blackpool, and I think that might be a record. Maybe someone else has done it. Certainly used to be a record. That is a shout if that's true. Howard Webb's shirt and medal from refereeing the World Cup final. Go on.
Please return the ball.
Oh.
Please return the ball.
Where am I going? 20, it's got to be, innit? Oh! Oh! 3. It's harder than it looks with a camera, honestly. Oh.
Please return the ball.
I'm sweating after that, are you? Boiling. Going up to, I think we're level 3 next, which is the new shirts exhibit. Bolton 1953. Look at that weird material. Man-made artificial silk, first used in the 50s for football shirts. Quite revolutionary for its time. So obviously a really famous story. Juventus, this is confirmation that they did take inspiration from none other than Notts County, and that is why today Juventus play in the black and white stripes, which you can see here. So if it wasn't for Notts County, Juve may well be playing in a completely different colour kit. Obviously big rivals of ours, but you can't deny the beauty of that Germany shirt, and that Belgium shirt, and that US. Here we go, signed 1988 Netherlands. Fiorentina, look at that. Wolves, Newcastle, some absolute beauties. Look at that, Boca Juniors. I bet that is worth so much money. Cult classics here, Sampdoria, Nigeria, Bremen. Some of these amazing old shirts. Like a kid in a sweet shop. I don't know where to look. They're up there as well. They're over there, they're over there. Look at this old Arsenal shirt, the old Chelsea, the Dortmunds. David Seaman, remember him wearing that? The Liverpool Candy. You've got Cork City, some Irish shirts over there, a French. Look at some of these up on the ceiling. An old Soviet Union shirt, CCCP, former Soviet Union. And look, you can even, I'm not sure if you'll be able to make that out, but you can even see the old hammer and sickle as the badge. And some of the more modern shirts. Tech Wars, substance over style, so just showing the modern designs and how they can help in sports performance. Obviously breathable shirts and all that kind of stuff becoming very important today with the modern game. I'm having such a good time looking at these shirts, honestly. How football shirts can make me so happy. It is a bit weird, but look at that, the old Maradona Napoli. That's like made out of wool. Who would play in wool? I still reckon I'm going to get that Napoli shirt from Classic Football Shirts, but we need to get from the football shirt exhibit to the football shirt shop, so we'll get down there in 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going back in. It's still there, yes. Ooh, that's the one, I reckon. Just on an Instagram story, which you can follow me on, footy.adventures. We've done a poll between this or a Besiktas home shirt. PSV have won. Thanks so much. See you later, man. See ya. And there it is, the Instagram poll. PSV won over Besiktas, and there it is, Classic Footy shirts. You have to come. Cannot recommend it highly enough. We end the day here in this park next to the Alan Turing Memorial. If it wasn't for him, the world wouldn't be how it is today, and I think he was the father of modern computing, so without him we might not even have YouTube, which means you might not have this video. From myself and Alan Turing, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.